See, one of the things about being in Medellin, actually, I'm in Bello right now, which is northern part of Medellin. It's a municipality, but still kind of considered part of it. Is the weather is really nice. It's not like in the northern coast, which is hot and steamy. Like even at nighttime, it doesn't cool down as much, and it's always hot and steamy all around. But here, well, it's absolutely perfectly fine. No matter where you are in Colombia, there's always movement about, which I really, really like. And one of the things is that I got invited to another birthday, and I've been from one birthday to the next. And every time I go to like a new party, I meet like 50 different people, and that's not an exaggeration. Like 550. I meet the uncles, the granduncles, the aunts, the cousins, the daughters, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, everything. Like the dog and the cat. And this is my huge problem that I have with passport bros, is because they don't really try to blend in and be part of the society and culture. They say they do, but they don't. You know, everywhere they see, everybody has some type of connection going on with somebody. Even the people who have absolutely nothing, they get at the corner, they talk with their friends. Door neighbors know them. That they fly in, and I see people just walking to other people's houses like nothing. And you would think it will be strange in the United States, even if your next door neighbor was walking in. But this is the type of relationship they have. That type of security amongst each other. And you really don't see that. Obviously, Colombia is more dangerous than the United States. I'll give you that, and it is pretty violent. But you don't see that this connection that they have. And for the people who they're close to, the people that they have a close knit relationship, that bond, that they're bound to each other. With this unwritten, not a chain, but something that they puts them together, binds them together. Like we say the word religion. They're bound together by this camaraderie of friendship. When you develop a friendship and a trust with somebody you can really trust, that watches over your house when you leave, that watches over your kids and make sure nothing happens to them. You don't see that in the United States that much. And I wish I could show the people that I'm hanging out with, but I can't, because they like to live their lives privately, and they don't like to show themselves off to like unknown people. But this is what I like to see. This is what makes Colombia Colombia, because you have people that fly here and they complain about everything. Why do you guys do this? Why do you eat arepas? Why do you party till 6 o'clock, to 7 o'clock in the morning? Why are you so loud? Why are you always in each other's business? Why don't you have a space? What do you call it? Personal space? You guys want Colombia without the Colombians. You want Colombia without the Colombians. You want Colombia without the food, without the culture, without everything else. And this is what I always tell people. Passport bros are the new colonialism. That's what you guys are. And it doesn't matter what color. The white ones will try to pin it on black people, and the black people try to pin it on the white people. And the Asians, yeah, they're quiet, but they're very arrogant about it. Why can't you guys just be normal and enjoy life? Enjoy it to the fullest. But don't go into somebody else's house and tell them what to start doing. Yeah, well, in the United States, they don't do that. Yes, we do. Come on. Yes, we do that. Otherwise, you'd be seeing all of this, with all these people walking around and this music blaring and everything else. They don't do that in the United States. Another thing I want to touch upon, I don't have that fear about being scopolamine. I don't have that fear, because I don't walk around with people that are a shady type of life. Because I don't understand. You're going out and you meet a girl in parquilleras, on a park somewhere where that is frequented for what? For the world of prostitution. And I keep on telling people, just because something is legally acceptable, it doesn't mean it's morally acceptable by society. And for the people who keep on complaining, well, what, don't you make it illegal? It's illegal in the United States. You have more than us. The reason why it's there is for the protection of the worker. If you do not pay them, you go to jail. You hurt them, you go to jail. They can get health access. That's the reason why. But once again, you guys are putting yourselves in that situation. I've been all over the Medellin today. Nothing happened to me. I wasn't worried that I was going to get robbed and everything else, because I don't put myself in the situations. Can it happen? Can it happen in a place full of people and where it feels safe? Yeah, it can happen. But I lessen those chances because I don't put myself in that situation. You shouldn't be out at 3 o'clock in the morning by yourself, partying it up, or going to a bar by yourself. Why? In Colombia, when people go out, we go in groups. I don't know who I with my friends that I'm going with, and they have friends of their friends. And when we go out, we hang around with each other only, and we drink from each other's cup only. Okay, We only drink from each other's cup. We only drink from each other's alcohol only. We don't accept alcohol from strange people, and we certainly don't go with strange people we don't know to our house. You don't bring somebody you don't know to your house. You don't do that. That's not dating. That's not dating. And I'm going to say this again for the passport bros who won to Colombia. Okay? It is part of Latino culture, just not Colombian, even Italians who are, because they're the original Latino. Okay? Italians are the original Latino. In Latino cultures, you meet every single person. You meet the father, you meet the mother, you meet the aunt, you meet the uncle, you meet the cousin, you meet the cousin's best friend, you meet the neighbors. I really don't understand. I just don't understand what you guys are doing to get yourselves into trouble. I don't understand. Every time you see the news, something happened to a foreigner, something happened to a foreigner, scopolamine, and it's always a man. Okay, look at the common denominator. It's almost always a man. Why doesn't it happen to women? Why doesn't it happen to men who travel in groups with their families who are married with kids? It always happened to a single male traveler looking for the wrong things in life. I don't understand how you guys are putting yourself in that position. I'm in Colombia. Look at me. I am in Colombia right now. I am in Colombia right now. I'm not worried that I'm going to get scopolamine. I am not, because I don't put myself in a situation. What are you guys doing? I don't understand. And I've been in different parts of the country. I've been in places where like they barely seen a foreigner. I don't understand.